This is Sue Rodwell-Smith with Scribbler's Hour, and I'm here with Julie Stevens discussing her poems and her MS and her humour getting over this condition.
Yes.
I should say it is a condition, isn't it? Now, what are we going to be reciting next, Julie?
So here's my spring poem.
Mm-hmm. This is about...
Well, it's got me in it because I'm hoping spring, bringing all this energy, all this new life
yes.
coming, it's going to help me out.
Yes, yes.
This is the hope.
Yes, okay.
Has spring forgotten me? I tremble at the very thought my worsening legs will mend. Spring is delivering bounds of energy. What strength for me can it send? I pray that spring will fix my tiredness, my aching body, my tripping feet. I hope it will end all my struggles and finally let me sleep. My heart cradles newborn lambs, baby chickens scurrying free, trees proudly displaying lavish blossom. But has spring forgotten me? This sap spring has brought is spilling out everywhere. But my body is really no different now, is still in need of repair. I guess this life that spring has given is really not for me, hasn't got any magic or healing powers that I need to set me free.
Ah, lovely. Now, let's talk about your website, which is called, your pen name is Jumping Jules. So when did you set this up, and what was the idea about it all?
It was sometime in January this happened, so fairly recent.
Oh, January this year?
Yes,
okay.
Within the past 3 months, someone said you need to get your poems out there. So all the social media came out. I've got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and a web page.
Okay.
And it's going really well. I've got some poems up there. I've just started doing a blog now on there.
Is this a weekly blog, a daily blog?
No, it's whenever I can.
When you get round to doing it.
Yeah.
When you've got time.
When you've got more time. I mean, social media, I need to employ someone to keep up with all of this.
Oh, yes.
It's ever such a
minefield.
lot. It is.
A minefield.
But you get a good response coming back. People are telling me my poems, they can relate to them. It's inspiring them. Oh, yes, that's how I feel, but I don't have the words to say it.
Yes, yes.
So it's brilliant. I'm enjoying every minute.
And how often are you on there? I mean, you were talking about your blogging when you can.
Yes.
But who did you set up the website yourself? Did you get somebody to do it for you?
No, I've done it all myself.
You've done it all yourself.
It's the first time
a huge
I've ever
learning curve.
Yes, it is. I'm learning everything. It's all set up. I did it. My husband helped a little bit. My friend helped a bit as well. What things you should include.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's out there.
It's out there. And can people contact you through the website and talk to you about your poems?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So the website is jumpingjulespoetry.com.
So why did you think of the name Jumping Jules, or is that so obvious?
Well, I wanted some lively name, something that made people smile, something that makes people laugh.
Yes.
And I can remember me and a friend, we were sat watching our sons do gymnastics and having a banter. Oh, what could we be called? What could I be called? She wasn't offering anything. She was making me do all the thinking, but everything was just, no, that's too boring. No. And as we got up to leave, it came to me and I just looked at her and I said, Jumping Jules, and we both just burst out laughing. So I said, yes, that's it.
Okay, so it is once again jumpingjules.com.
Jumping Jules Poetry.
I beg your pardon. jumpingjulespoetry.com, and that has all your poems on there.
That has a selection of poems on. I haven't got all of them on, but there is a contact me. There is access to get my email, poetry jumpingjules@gmail.com. So
Lovely.
People can contact me. People can subscribe.
Yes.
So I will send them an email when I put something, whether it's a new piece on the blog or a new poem.
Lovely.
They'll find out.
Good. Okay, so what's the next poem now, please, Julie?
Well, so this one, Me and My Stumbling Legs, this is all about. I was leaving the house one time and I went for a trip across the grass. Don't know how I didn't fall over, but I didn't. I ended up flying into the hedge, clung to the leaves and laughed because I stayed on my feet. This one is called Riding My Luck.
And it is very funny.
I'm an expert at staying on my feet. I'm practicing it every day. You can ask the hedge, you can ask the wall. They've witnessed my stumbles some way. It doesn't take much for my feet to falter, topple forwards, sway backwards, a sudden trip. My head might think it's in control, but it's my feet who are bossing this rocking ship. Only yesterday, when leaving the house, my head directing to the car, once over the step, my feet began to dance, and across the grass we swayed. Straight into the hedge, I clung to the leaves, and stayed on my feet, not afraid. An expert, you say? An expert I am. I'll stay on these feet, if I can. That handy wall, that sitting chair, that kitchen worktop, they've all been there. That lying bed, that eating table, that chest of drawers to make me stable. I'll find them all, I'll grab and hold. A plunge to the ground will never be told. I'll search them out, I'll hang on tight. This master knows how to get it right. I'm an expert at staying on my feet. I'm practicing it every day. From dawn to dusk I'll play this game and stagger and stumble away. If ever the time comes when my luck runs out, and I fall to the ground in a heap, remember the expert that once there was, and please put me back on my feet.
Very, very good.
Thank
Well,
you.
we've got time for one more, Julie. I know that I've asked you if you like a piece of music at the end, and you've wanted Nick Cave.
Ah, yes, please.
All right, so that's A Red Right Hand. But we've got time for another poem from you. So which
Am
one's
I
this one?
allowed to do a snow poem?
Of course you can.
Because we don't get snow anymore, and I'm sorry if we get snow now. I'm sure we're not, because spring is well and truly on its way.
It is. Mind you, we have had snow in April before, even May, Julie.
That's
so.
very true. I want snow that, you can sink in it. It goes over your Wellington boots. I don't know.
You have to go abroad for that.
Yeah, I do need to do something. I used to live in Yorkshire, so we had lots of snow up there.
Yes.
But no. So this one is about me wishing for snow. It's
Lovely.
called Bring Me Snow. I summoned the stars in the dead of night. I told them all about my plight, about the time when it used to snow, and how my heart would really glow, how it swirled around as it fell to the ground, how it covered my world without a sound. The men we made and the angels laid, the balls we threw as a motley crew, the icicle lollies, the prickly hollies, the icing sugar trees painting a breeze, the sledges we rode, the crunch as I strode, the hurting cold I never told. I begged the stars to ask the sky to bring me snow so I could fly.
That's lovely.
Thank you.
Julie, it's been an absolute pleasure listening to your inspiring poetry. And I thank you so much for coming along and sharing it with all our listeners. And I'm sure that they've enjoyed every minute of it.
Thank you, Sue.
And I hope that they will go to your website and contact you and just tell you how wonderful you are.
That would be brilliant.
If you could see Julie's face now, listeners, honestly, she is so positive. It is wonderful. Wonderful. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks
and
for
I
having
hope
me,
that
Sue.
you can come back again. I'm not
brilliant.
letting you go.
Oh, great.
And we're going to be putting your poems on the podcast as well on the website, so they can listen to it as well. So bye-bye, everybody. Take care of yourselves. We'll be doing this again on the fourth Wednesday of the month. Not quite sure who my guests will be, but it'll be somebody hopefully just as interesting as Julie has been.